Welcome back again, guys, to another Center Point video. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. In today's video, we'll be talking about top 10 things to building your dream home. So these are things that you should take into consideration before building and as you start the first phase of starting to build your dream home to make it run a little smoother. So if you have all these information ahead of time, it helps. So the first one, why do you want to build a house? Some of you, it could be for independence. You want to move out of your parents' house. Some of you, you have this dream of building your dream home like myself from ever since you were little. So now is the time to make that dream a reality. So again, whatever this reason why, there are things that you need to consider in building your dream home, and some of them will be listed here. Like, where is the funds coming from? So where would you be getting the money in order to make this house building process easier? Are you going to take a loan from the bank? Are you already saved that money? Or are you going to be building it as you go along? If you're taking a loan from the bank, you have to keep into consideration the interest rate and where you're building and the approval of that loan. Next is selecting the land. Land selection is very important because it dictates what kind of house you can put on it. So if you get a flat land, you can put anything on there, 2-story, 3-story, just a regular bungalow house. If it's a hillside, you have to put a split level and how much you have to go dig down and so forth for it. So selecting the land is very, very important in the design of your home. Next is the location. Where do you want to live? You have to take this into consideration. If it's your dream home, you want it in the place that you really want to spend the rest of your life or stuff. Or you have children, you have to take into consideration the community around you that you're going to be building this house to raise your children. So location is very important of where you put it. Again, not some other factors. City life. Some people like the city, so they'll build it in the town, the busy area where everything is right at your footstep. Or if you like the country style where you just want to wake up and see the trees and hear the birds and surrounded by just nature. So those are some of the things that you have to consider when you're selecting the location of where you're going to be putting your house or the dream home. Next is the view. The view is very important. You have to decide that when you wake up in the morning, do you want to be looking at the neighbor's house in front of you, beside you, behind you? Do you want to be looking at a nice mountain view, or do you want to be looking at an ocean view? So those are some of the stuff that you have to take into consideration when you're selecting your land. So all of those kind of really fall under the land selection. The next part is the cleaning up of the land. So after you have done all that legwork before, you need to get the land clean up after you have decided on where you're going to be living and you have purchased the land. So you have to get the trees cut down, the bushes burned up, and then you call in the proper machinery to come and start pushing down, digging, leveling out the land, depending on what you're going to be putting on the land. What type of house are you going to be building on the land if you're going to be building a flat? Next thing is finding a good mason. A good mason, you can ask around, you can shop around, you can even go look on some of their work. But I think the best thing to do is sometimes to talk to the clients that those masons have. So you narrow it down to about 3 masons or even 2 masons. I would say to go with, because there's lots of good masons around, I will go with the person that have the right communication skills. Materials. This is where it's going to cost you. You need to know where to go to get your materials. Getting and finding a place that you can depend on to have the proper materials when you want it in stock all the time and available to you is very important. So you're going to have to shop around to find the material and where we'll have it available. The next thing that you have to consider is the cost of the material. What is it going to cost you? So you can't just take this place because, yes, you might have it, but the next one down there, so him have it too. But how much is it costing you? You have to shop around and do your price comparison on your material costs for the goods. Otherwise, it's going to cost you a lot. So shopping around for proper prices is very important. So after all is done and you said and you get your mason, you're getting the material from, you can start lining out your property. And lining out is just after they review your floor plan that you're going to be building, they just use some sticks and stuff, some lumber, and mark it out and make sure that they have the right dimension and the space to build a house in which you want to build. After all that is covered and you have figured everything out, it's time to start digging the foundation. When you're digging the foundation, the mason is going to lay out all the rooms based on the size of what's on the floor plan. That way you can see at that time, you kind of have an idea what the house is gonna kind of look like from the foundation standpoint. After they dig it out, they're going to do what they call laying the steels. And they have to put in the steels in there. And then after they lay down the steels, that's going to tie everything in and hold it to make your house strong. They're going to put in the column steels. Once all that is in, then they pour the foundation to seal it up. The next thing is your dream is going to unfold in front of your eyes. When you start to see the blocks going up, you'll realize that this is no longer a dream, this is a reality. My house is being built. My dream home is being built. When you see it coming out of the ground and going up with the blocks. So if you like this video, guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below. And we will see you in our next upcoming video. So again, don't forget to subscribe.